In this video, I'm going to go over the next few steps I follow when drawing a portrait from life. At this stage, I'm switching over from pan pastel to charcoal and carbon pencils. I'm going to use my charcoal pencil to adjust the edges and to start really lightly cross-hatching areas to create midtones and transitions between the light and dark areas. And I'm really working on correcting that eye that angles around the outside edge of the face right now. Using my charcoal pencil, I'm going to continue cross-hatching across the form. I'm going to pay special attention trying to make my cross-hatching lines follow the direction of the form. As I cross-hatch to fill in some of those dark areas we laid out with pan pastel, I'm going to blend those areas after I put on the charcoal. I'm going to blend them with a soft bristle brush, or sometimes I use a rag, and sometimes if I want it to remain darker, I'll use the tip of my finger. While I don't show it all here, I've switched over to using my kneaded eraser and a pencil style eraser, the type that you can sharpen. And I'm lifting out the light areas with my kneaded eraser, and I'm forming the bottom of the nose, the shapes within the nose, lifting out the light areas. I'm lifting out the highlights in the brow, the ones that form the brow region, and also the highlights on the eyelids. And I'm using my pencil style eraser, I've sharpened it, and I'm using it to lift out the white areas in the eye, forming the actual eye. I also like to lift out a small amount of light on the opposite side of the eye, the side that sits away from the light source. There's usually a little reflection of light in there, so I just lightly soften that and lift out a little color in that side of the eye. I'm going to really rely on the kneaded eraser a lot at this point in the drawing. Just like we laid in the shadow shapes with the pan pastel, I'm going to be lifting out the shapes that I see in light with the kneaded eraser. And I'm really going to be refining the edges of those light areas with my pencil style eraser. And I'm touching back in again with the pan pastel, adjusting the line, the side of her face. Adding a little dark around her chin and trying to correct the shape of the bottom of her chin. I'm using the pencil style eraser to lift out lights at the bottom along her chin, again adjusting the line between the dark and shadow that I see. Correcting or refining those angles again. The pan pastel tool works really great to lay in some larger areas of dark, especially in her hair. I'm going to lay in the darks that I see in her hair. This is a 4-hour drawing session with the model taking a break approximately every 20 minutes. Because the model's hair will change as she repositions herself at the end of each break, I generally wait until the latter part of the session to work on her hair. And so right now I'm laying in the darks and establishing more of the masses in the hair, creating the wisp in the hair that fall along the side of her hairline. And the Pan Pastel tool works great to soften the edges of the hair so that you don't have any harsh lines along the edges. I'm using the flat surface of the tool to soften those dark areas on her forehead and in her hair. It really works great for that. It leaves some really nice soft edges. See a good deal of dark there along her neck that I've just put in, establishing more of that separation in her hair as it falls down across her shoulder and across her chest. I'm going to soften using the Pan Pastel and spread that pastel all over the hair, and I'll go back in and lift out lights again with my kneaded eraser. After I've lifted out the lights in the hair from the kneaded eraser, I'll go back in with my pencil style eraser and create just a few wisps of hair around the edges to make it look more like hair. Before the end of this drawing session, I'll use some white charcoal pencils to let the cross hatch over the lightest areas of the drawing and to add some highlights in the eyes and in the hair and on